Hey guys, welcome back to your geometry third lesson here. This is subtracting integers, which for some of us could be a review from algebra, and for others of us it could be a good reminder of some simple rules that are helpful as we go through. Now, just a quick reminder, we know that this is the absolute value sign, and when we talked about absolute value, we talked about distance from 0 on the number line. So the absolute value of -3 is 3 because -3 is 3 units from 0 on the number line. It's to the left side, but absolute value is always going to be positive. Now, the reason I bring that up is because there's also this notion that we're going to use here in subtracting integers that talks about opposite of integers. So for example, we know that the opposite of +3 is going to be -3, and the opposite of -2 is going to be +2, and so forth. So here's the rule I want you to remember. We're going to use opposites when we subtract integers. So to subtract an integer, we're going to add its positive. So we're going to add its positive, okay? So if we have 5 minus -3 here, so 5 minus -3, I'm going to add, so it's going to become 5 plus +3, and that gives me 8. So not to worry, we're going to use these rules. Let's use it now. Okay, so as we kind of follow these steps, let's just be sure that we follow them so that we're following those rules. So, okay, we're going to subtract in example 1, 4 minus -6. So the very first step is we're going to write the subtraction problem. 4 minus parentheses -6. That's step number 1, check. Now, we're going to change the problem to addition. So 4 plus then the opposite of -6, which is, all right, so now we change the problem to addition. Now we have 4 plus 6. Now we find the sum equal 10. So the answer to 4 minus -6 is going to be 10. Now, here we have a slightly different one in example number 2. So we have -6 minus 1. All right, so step number 1, we're going to write the subtraction problem. We're going to change the problem to addition. So when we do that, we have -6 plus, all right, -6 plus -1. All right, -6 plus -1, because now we're doing the opposite of that -1. I mean, of that 1, +1, -1. Now, when we find the sum, we're going to add -6 plus -1. We're going to add those two. That's 6 plus 1. Both of those have the same sign, so we end up with -7. -6 plus -1 equal -7. All right, here's this third one. We have -9 minus -5, -9 minus parentheses -5, just to keep us straight. Rewrote the problem, changed the problem to addition. -9 plus, now the opposite of -5 is +5, so we did that. Now we're going to find the sum. Now, we're going to find the sum, which is 9. We're going to subtract 5 from 9, so 9 minus 5 is 4. And here's a trick I want you to remember. One of these two integers, the largest integer is 9, -9. So we're going to use the sign of the largest integer. So 9 minus 5 is 4. The largest integer is 9, and it's got a negative in front of it. So our answer is -4. All right, let's try this third one here. We have -3 minus -8. So we write the problem. We change the problem to addition. -3 plus the opposite of -8 is 8. Got it? Now we have 8 minus 3, which is 5. However, we look at the largest integer, which is the two integers are -3 and 8. 8's the largest one. It's got a positive sign, so our answer is positive. So the answer to -3 minus -8 is +5. All right. That's how you use it. Write the problem, write the original subtraction problem, change the problem to addition, find the sum, and then answer the question.